Hello, my name is Melvenea Hodges and I live in northern Indiana. And I just finished participating in Just Yarn's 12-week remote residency program for fiber artists to engage their community with weaving. I discovered weaving in 2005 as a college student. We wove these uh, fancy samples on this big, huge computer operated, expensive loom. The thing is, though, after graduation, I kind of had to leave all that behind. But I had come a long way for someone who had never seen hand woven fabric and even a loom in person. I guess I've just been bitten by the bug. I love creating fabric. So wanting to continue weaving, I began to relearn the craft, but this time with the tools that I could get, at home in my own environment. And so, I kind of went back to the beginning. I started with narrow bands, and then using the cardboard squares like tablet weaving. Then I bought myself an ink loom, and then I got a rigid heddle, and so on. It just kept going from there. There's not that many weavers where I live, and at the time I hadn't never met another weaver until I joined a guild. It was 47 miles away, and this was in 2016. So fast forward to now, with all that practice and experience, I guess I'm ready to share. How was I going to do that? Well, first things first, I had to get off the internet. So I had to get off the internet, out of my house, and into public. I had to engage the people around me. So I'm talking to my neighbors. I'm taking projects to the local library. I'm taking it to the park. I'm taking it to the beach. I am just taking my weaving outside. Um, and this actually comes at a good time because our local library was just newly renovated, and it was the perfect starting point. Our technology lab is called Studio 304. They're going to be hosting a creator showcase in a few months, and it was perfect because they'd help me work out the bugs with sharing my weaving project, but then also I could get to know other creatives in my own community. So I went back to my early days, with the just most basic equipment. So I designed a portable frame loom kit that I could take and show and share with other people. And then I also wrote instructions on how to weave a colorful bracelet, an everyday item, on a frame loom using the beautiful yarn that I got from Just Yarn Company. So I put together some kits and I wound bobbins, which was kind of a fun process. And I thought, this would be nice to just hand out the yarn at public events, just in these little tiny, tiny cocoons. So I did a couple table events. One of them was a back to school jam at a local elementary school. And the other one was actually a popular summer event called Art Beat in downtown South Bend. And it was so fun seeing people grab the colorful little cocoons of string like they were candies. I mean, they were, you don't even necessarily need to have a plan or even know what to do to just appreciate beautiful color and beautiful yarn. And so I'd be curious to see what people ended up doing with those little yarn cocoons. But yeah, creativity shows up wherever there's beautiful materials. I had a sign on my table during these events, and it was to invite people who might be interested to craft with me at the library. And the first fiber artist meetup would be immediately following the creator showcase. So I was calling for all generations and all skill levels to come together for 2 hours on a weekday to celebrate, our common thread in fiber arts. So when the time came at the showcase, I spoke about the joys of weaving and the unmatched power of human ingenuity. And then, after all, I mean, these simple items, these simple everyday items that I'm creating actually that style of textile still can't be mass produced by modern machinery. So it really is special. It really is exclusive. So it was really cool to show that off, but then also leave them on exhibit where people can touch and feel and see just how cool it could be to weave your own fabric and just how little you need to do that. So yeah, when it was all said and done, I had, given this presentation, to people who design video games and create elaborate sculptures using robots, and here they are enthusiastic about my sticks and strings. To really top it off, I walked over to the room that I reserved for the Fiber Arts meetup, and would someone be there? Well, yes, they were. We actually packed the room. There was two weavers, which was really cool. Three spinners. We had two rug twiners. We had a crocheter, a stitcher, a quilter. So I mean, it was exhilarating. And so far we've had several meetings, and we continue to invite new people to join us. The library turns out to be a really good place to get people together and even just show off our craft and how much fun it can be. So, I am thankful, thankful, thankful to Just Yarn Company for investing in me as a fiber artist, but then also helping to enrich my community with their yarn and tools.